Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 2-week check-in for my 12-week year goals, and I'm just going to be sharing with you guys how the last week went and my game plan to see more progress next week. I still need to fine-tune my strategy and just make sure I have a better plan, that way I'm able to stick to it. Okay, I'm going to screen record my iPad so that you guys can see. Don't mind my messy handwriting. I wasn't trying to make this look good or anything. I'm just going to show you my weekly plan and scorecard for week 2. We're going to go through the key actions to start. So first of all, I filmed a video, I edited a video, and then I filmed and edited another video. So those were some of the key tactics that I wanted to do. I have below that learn how to make a TikTok. So I basically just watched a bunch of videos on how to do it, but I didn't actually end up making one. So I can check that I learned to make one, but I did not make and post one, so I'm just gonna mark that with a red X. Make and post one YouTube short. I did make one and post one, so there we go. I researched video ideas for an hour. I probably honestly researched video ideas for 3 hours this week, but definitely an hour, so I can check that off. I did very bad with the rest of my goals. I mainly only focus on my YouTube goals, which is one issue I see that has been happening. So I'm just going to cross out these because I did not do any of these. I'm having kind of a one set mind where I'm having a hard time focusing on different goals. I'm only focusing on one. So my YouTube goal of getting monetized and all that, that's kind of been my main focus, and I'm having a hard time splitting my focus between that goal and then my goals with my clinical and my schooling and working out. So I'm going to try another week of focusing on all 3 of them and see if I can split my time better. But I think I'm just learning about myself that I do better when I focus on one goal at a time, which is completely fine, and I might have to end up switching my approach to that. Now if we scroll down, I did not block out a strategic block or a buffer block like I said I would in my last video, so that's one thing I need to make sure that I do this time. Now to calculate my weekly score, I'm just going to add up the check marks. So I completed 7 of my tactics out of 13. So I completed 7 tactics out of 13, which is about 53.8%, and honestly not great, but better than last week. Last week was 46%, so my goal is to kind of get around 75% of them, but like I said, I'm having a hard time focusing on different things, and I'm only really focusing on one of my goals out of the 3. So maybe if I start to divide my time better, I'll see better results with that. So if I go up to, I'm just going to put X's in my time block since I did not block any times out, but if I go up to my period goals, I completed my health one even though I didn't even complete any workouts, so I feel like it just happened without me even putting in any effort. I wasn't even trying to be more healthy, and I just ended up losing weight. So I don't know how I feel about that goal. I might end up changing it, but I feel like weight isn't really the best way to measure my health and fitness either. So like I said, it's a work in progress. You guys are here with me on this journey of figuring out the best way to complete my goals. But the one thing over here was my school goal. I didn't do any of my actions to get there, and I didn't achieve the goal. So that's a very good example of if you don't take the actions, then you're not going to achieve it. So I didn't split an eval with my CI. And the last thing is 175 watch hours. So today is Sunday, and technically I would want to count today in the watch hours to see if I got to that, but we're going to see how much I have so far to see if I'm even close to hitting this. Last week I only had 108, so I wasn't even close to hitting it. So we will see if I am any closer at least. So I'm going to check from Monday to Saturday and see how many hours I had, but again, I still have another day to potentially reach the goal. But from Monday to Saturday, I had 133.2 watch hours. So I had almost 30 more than last week, and I still have another day, like I said. So let me just see the last 7 days. So if I add in the last 7 days, including last week's Sunday, then I'd have 150.6. So potentially I could get there, but it would be very hard. So I'm just gonna mark that as not completing. So last week I completed one of my 3 period goals, and again this week I completed one of 3, and I've made an improvement on reaching one of them, but still didn't quite reach it. I also made improvements in how many tactics I completed, so it's looking up, and it's now time to focus on the plan for next week and how how I can set myself up to be more successful than last week. I'm going to start by going through the goals that I want to achieve, or not the goals, but the tactics that I want to complete. Or maybe I should write out my goals first. Let's see. I think I'm just going to leave the goals the same. Okay, so my 3-period goals are the same as last time. So lose 0.5 pounds, split 1 evaluation with my CI at my clinical, and then get 175 watch hours. So we will see how that goes this week. And now to write out all of the actions or tactics that I need to take to get closer to those goals. Okay, so I might try to be a little more specific this time, but I'm going to tell you what my goals are as I write them out. So I'm going to keep the same goals of filming 2 videos and editing 2 videos, because I think that is a good place to go, to at least try to film and edit 2 videos a week, and then eventually hopefully I do a little more so I get ahead. And technically last week I would have filmed 3 videos if I count today's video, because today is Sunday, so it's still part of that week. If I keep doing 2 videos or a little more than 2, I will eventually get ahead. Okay, so I finished writing out all of my YouTube related goals. So I have the normal film and edit 2 videos, post them. And then I noticed that I keep not doing anything with the TikTok. So I think the issue is I just don't exactly know what I want to be making with it. So I made my goal this week to actually sit down, brainstorm ideas of what types of things I could be filming, and then come up with 5 video ideas. That way then I have no excuse on why to not film one, because I'll have 5 videos planned out. That is one of the goals. And then also just to make one. I don't even have to post it. I just want to at least practice making one, editing it, whatever. And that will make me happier because I'll be closer to actually doing something with it. And then lastly, I want to make and post 1 YouTube short. So I think I'm gonna do exactly what I did last week, which was promote one of my videos with it. And then hopefully as I start making TikToks, I can use them on both platforms and post them on TikTok and YouTube, but we will see what ends up happening there. So that's kind of all the things I have towards the goal of getting those watch hours. And I did think about, if I do end up getting ahead, I might start posting 3 times a week for a little bit to try it out, but I'm afraid it'll be too overwhelming once I get back to school. So now to write out my key actions for my clinical experience, I'm gonna put on there that I want to spend 6 hours on clinical related things, and then I'm going to list out options of things I could spend time on. The other thing I was going to put on there is to participate in 1 evaluation, but I think I'm actually going to put on there discuss with my CI how I could participate in 1 evaluation. I need to make sure I'm communicating on what I want to do. That way I'm more likely to actually be able to participate on 1 this week. And then I'm also going to put on here to make a plan for completing my professional exploration project, because I didn't work on it the last couple weeks because I was just kind of worried that I was changing my mind on what I wanted to do. I think I'm okay with sticking to my original plan, so that means I need to make a plan on how I'm going to get it done and kind of set myself some deadlines on when I will be finishing it. And then the last thing I'm just going to put on here is just to work out once, because last week I said to work out twice and I didn't do that. So let's see if I can at least do 1 day where I actually set aside time to work out. I forgot to write that this is week 3 of the 12 weeks. Now I'm going to go through and plan out what days I'm going to do stuff on, kind of like a rough plan of when I'm going to get things done. I'm going to try to be a little more specific with what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it, because I feel like that'll help make sure I'm being reasonable with what I can get done, and I might have to break some tasks up into different days in order to complete them. I'm also going to try to plan out those strategic and buffer blocks, but I think I might need to break them up into smaller chunks just because of how my schedule is right now, but we will see if I can find good times to fit them in. The other strategy I'm going to be using is setting 3 main focuses for each day. That way I know I'm doing at least those 3 things and not getting distracted with everything that needs to be done. Focusing on those 3 things might help to target myself in on those main focuses and keeping me from getting overwhelmed. I'm going to split my screen between my weekly goals sheet and then my weekly breakdown of each day. So I already started adding some stuff in here. As you can see, I'm trying to set 3 things for each day, but I'm running into the problem of feeling like I don't have enough time for these things. So we will see how it goes. And again, I might need to make adjustments later. So I need to go in and set due dates for different things. One of the videos I'm going to be filming is going to be a daily vlog, and the second one I'm going to be filming is going to be a longer vlog. It's going to be a book vlog, so I don't know exactly how many days it's going to take me to film, because it's just going to be till I finish the book. So we're going to put film video 1 as that vlog since I know like when it's going to be done. And I'm just going to put it as Tuesday because that is the day I will be filming it. And I'm going to change this color actually to purple. So the other thing is the videos that I'm editing might not be the ones that I filmed that week. So the video I'm currently filming, I want this to be done and edited by Monday, so that will count towards my videos that are edited that week. Plus the vlog I did this weekend will also count towards that video. So I'm just going in and adding in which videos that I'm talking about so I know what exactly I'm doing. I'm trying to make these more specific, that way I'm more likely to get them done. So that one I will have edited and up by, so that one I actually wanted to have done by Monday, and then the second one I wanted to have done by Wednesday. My camera battery is gonna die, so I need to change that really quick. I apologize if the angle or lighting or anything changed. I had to change out my camera battery, but back to what we were doing before. I am trying to make these goals a little more specific, so I'm putting in like little due dates and also writing like which videos I'm talking about when I say I want one filmed or edited. So I'm just adding in to be more specific what exactly I am talking about when I go to check them off. So the reading vlog I'm hoping to have done at some point this week, so I'm just going to put on my due date as Sunday just to give myself the most opportunity to finish it, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish reading the book. I haven't even started that vlog yet, so we'll see how far I get in it. So let's go over to the weekly plan. So I already have 3 things set for Monday and Tuesday, so those are finishing this video that I'm filming right now and the thumbnail for it, and then rough cutting the footage from the second video that I want to have done this week. And then Tuesday I'm hoping to finish editing that. Since I have a half day at my clinical, I should have more time to get that done, and that way those 2 tactics will be done for the week. And then also I have an in-service the following week, I'm pretty sure, so I want to spend 2 hours on my in-service to go towards that 6 hours working on my clinical. And I could potentially get more than these 3 things done, but I want to make sure that these are my main focuses, and then I'll probably make a list of other things that I can work on if I finish these 3 things. Wednesday and Thursday are going to be my long days, so it's going to be very hard for me to get anything done. Basically the only way I'll get anything done is if I wake up early and do it before, or if I try to use as much of the time I have in the afternoon as possible, because I get home later in the day and I'm normally exhausted. So I'm looking at some of the tactics that I have left to schedule in, and one of them is to brainstorm TikTok ideas and to plan out 5 videos. So I think I'm just going to split that up between Wednesday and Thursday, and who knows, maybe I will finish it on Wednesday. On Friday I'm going to put on there to make 1 YouTube short and make 1 TikTok, and these might get moved around the week depending on what my ideas end up being for the TikToks or if I think of something sooner, but I'm just going to put them on Friday, that way they are somewhere on this week's agenda. Okay, now that I have 3 main things for each day, except for Sunday, I only have 1 thing. I think that's probably a good way to start it. That way if I need to move stuff backwards, I can. But the one thing that I'm a little worried about is making sure that I film the right days. So I think I'm going to like maybe put a line below some things and add in like when I should be filming. Now that I know what I'm going to try to be getting done each day, I need to do kind of like a rough time block, and then also figure out where I'm going to put in the strategic blocks and buffer blocks into my week. And I'm also just gonna add in like the due dates for each of the key actions and tactics. So basically what the strategic block is it's supposed to be like 3 hours of uninterrupted time that you put to all of like the planned tasks that you wanted to get done, and then a buffer block is kind of like I think it's 3 hours as well, blocked time of the things you didn't plan for, so like things like emails or other things that kind of come up that need to be done. So I think for sure I need to plan in that strategic block somewhere, just trying to figure out exactly where. I'm kind of thinking maybe Tuesday would be a good day for the strategic block, because Tuesday afternoon I have more time because it's only like a half day at my clinical. So maybe I can kind of put 3 hours aside, distraction free, set to maybe like working on my in-service, and then also getting like everything else that I have listed, like the weekend vlog that I want to get done. So I think I'm going to set in the strategic block for Tuesday, and I have to set a time for it. So I will probably set it for 2 so I can be done by 5. And then the buffer block I will put in for Sunday. So now I'm going to split the screen with my time block. Now I'm going to copy some of this over into this time blocking, and I'm just gonna first start off by shadowing off the times that I'm not available because I'm in my clinical. Those are when I'm in my clinicals, so now I have to try to schedule everything around those times. So first we're gonna put in those blocked in hours. So the strategic block is going to go here, and then all of this time will get blocked off too because I will be sleeping. And then the buffer block will be on Sunday. Hopefully tomorrow I can get up early and I will edit in the morning, and then when I get back I will also edit after I shower. This is just making me realize more and more that there's like not room for me to do anything. Hopefully I can get these things done. This schedule is definitely not aesthetic or anything like that, but this is kind of my little block out plan that I have, and we will see how I end up being able to stick to it. I think I might print out my weekly to-do list. That way I can like have it hung up somewhere and see it every day. This is kind of the game plan for this week. Hopefully it's more successful than last week. Hopefully I can do a better job sticking to my goals. But that was my 2-week check-in for my 12-week year goals. I'm hoping that every week it gets easier and easier, and eventually I become like a pro at this. But if you guys are joining me along on this journey of 12-week goals, then comment down below what your goals are for your 12 weeks and any tips or strategies that you find helpful for reaching your goals. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I'm posting new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I will see all of you in my next video.